To me, freedom is the most valuable thing a person can possess. And I believe that you are currently not free in many ways. I believe that you're not free in many ways, many of which you're probably unaware of. And in fact, many of the things that look and feel like freedoms to you and that are being sold to you as freedoms are actually prisons that you are currently captive within. I believe that you're not free from many compulsive behaviors, such as consuming substances that are bad for you, whether that's alcohol or cigarettes or even just junk food. I believe that you're not free from the habit or even necessity of sitting all day, which slowly makes your body rot away. And if you're under 50 years or so, you probably haven't noticed how bad that is yet, but eventually you will. You're not free to choose differently. You're not free from many compulsive behaviors or habits, such as outbursts of aggression, or a habit of criticizing or judging other people, or a habit of somehow putting other people down in an attempt to grasp a feeling of superiority for yourself for a short moment. Or on the flip side, maybe you're not free from constantly putting other people on a pedestal and of constantly putting other people's needs before your own, and whether you want to or not, slowly that's building resentment. You're not free from consuming junk information, junk content, noise. You're not free from constantly seeing and believing in oversimplified narratives that are totally misleading and wrong, but that are easier to believe and understand than the complex truth, and that, incidentally, you're constantly being presented with. You're not free from simplified us versus them narratives that you're constantly being fed. You're not free from suffering in these and many other forms. And you're not free from this because perhaps there's a lack of self-awareness. Perhaps you don't even see the causes of your own suffering. But you're also not free from this because you don't have the tools, the knowledge, the discipline, the habits to free yourself from these things. And this is not entirely your fault or your responsibility. Most people barely ever get the chance to even think about this and even try to do anything different. You're not free and you don't have these skills and you don't have this level of self-awareness because nobody ever taught you. And then in part, you're also not free from these things because of your external circumstances. Perhaps you've struggled all your life. Perhaps you barely get a moment to sit down and self-reflect or try to work on yourself because you're trying to survive working your 3 minimum wage jobs or something like that. And again, you are not to blame for that. But the bottom line is, you are not free. And I believe that you can free yourself. You can be free. And I also believe that you have a responsibility to free yourself. I believe that if you have the opportunity to actually work on yourself, to improve yourself, and to free yourself, then you must do it. And I believe that if you're here watching this, then you are one of the fortunate. You are one of the ones you've already been seeking. You've already been asking some of the right questions. And I think that this is what the strong need to do. The strong and fortunate among us need to free ourselves and need to make ourselves stronger so that we can eventually reach and uplift other people. I believe that the right thing for me to do, and also very likely the right thing for you to do, is to free ourselves, to grow stronger, and then to help other people free themselves, to help uplift other people from their own suffering. And of course, the task of freeing yourself and growing stronger is not an easy task. This freedom lies well beyond the comfort zone of what is normal, well beyond the comfort zone of what you have done so far. But then on the other hand, the rewards for doing this are great. And like I said, you're going to enjoy those rewards when you do that, but I think you also have a responsibility to pay it forward. You also have a responsibility to uplift other people. Because I believe that if we manage to build a world in which there are more people who can free themselves from their own suffering, who can build greater self-awareness, who can become stronger and more capable, and who can help other people out, then we are all better off. This is the purpose of what we're doing at Ikario. And this is me calling you to action, to join us and do this work with us.